Well, our first Champions League game is coming up, and there was me expecting to see a nice shiny draw, and I was all excited, and there's none of that because it's all changed. Yeah, so the stage that we're entering at is now a league of 36 teams. This stage that used to be the group stages that had 32 teams in has now got 36 teams in. So we've got 4 extra teams in there. And from how I understand it, I've seen the games that we've been allocated, and we have to play 8 games. 4 at home, 4 away, but against random, it's not random teams really, but they are kind of random teams. So for instance, we have to play Barcelona and Bayern Munich, but then we've got some teams I've never heard of as well. So we play 4 home, 4 away. This is the league. So this is a league of 36 teams, and from what I can gather, when the 8 games have been played, the teams who are in the top 8 positions go through to the standard round of 16. From there on, it hasn't changed. They go through the teams who are finish 9th to 24th have to play playoff games to see who joins them. Basically, is it better or worse? Only time will tell. But one thing I can tell you is we've got our first game coming up against Sturm Graz. So we'll be watching that one today. Anyway, what's been happening since you were last with me? Not an awful lot, I have to say, because I did want to get the first Champions League game in. So we played Leicester at St James Park, and this game had one of the best goals I've ever seen. Unfortunately, it wasn't actually scored by us. We scored first. Elise, playing that very narrow inside forward, just cuts in and scores the first goal. But look at this. What a goal from Harvey Barnes. And then Bamba picks the ball up on the right hand side, swings the ball into the box, and James Maddison, 2-1 Leicester. And it stayed like that until the 89th minute. And then Brahim Diaz, what is Botman doing there? He scored with his feet. What's going on with the world? And then right at the death, Hendrick slides in for a 3-2 winner. And then a very close game at Crystal Palace, and Isaac gets the only goal for 1-0. And I know we're very early in the season. League tables don't really mean an awful lot, but it's worth having a look. We played 4 games. We won them all, got 12 points, but so have Chelsea and so have Manchester City. Leeds were going great guns, but they only drew the last game, so they're in 4th place with 10 points. So we now have the little matter of the Champions League, and we're playing Sturm Graz in the first game at home. Remember, no league situation. Well, there is a league, but it's got 36 teams in it, not just the 4. So it's a huge league, and we've got to try and pick up as many points as we possibly can. Now, the board's expectation are, as a minimum, reach the quarter-final. I think that's actually a little bit overinflated, because this is our first time in the Champions League. We didn't do that well in the Europa League last season, so I think that's a little bit over-egged, but, we're going to give it our all. I'll see you in the dugout. Well, our first venture into the Champions League. Let's see how we can do with this team. Ramsdale in goal, back 4 of Pellegrini, Botman, Silva and Barr. Bruno is a deep-lying playmaker. Tielemans and Fernandes in midfield. Diaz and Elise are the inside forwards, with Isaac up front. Well, that was very nice, wasn't it? Very shiny. So, first ball over the top for Elise to run onto. Ball into the middle that doesn't meet anybody's head. Bar's going to stick the ball in. Oh, and that was so wild. Let's hope our finishing gets a little bit better than that. Pellegrini with a throw. Diaz has chucked the ball in the box and lost possession for us. But Bruno's picked it up in midfield. I mean, this is Bar's season to shine a little bit. Last season we had Trippier, so it was Trippier and Foyth on that right hand side. I did bring Bar in too. I did bring Bar in with a view to him being a good backup, or maybe even, depending on how he plays, good first choice this season. I knew Trippier would be leaving, so Bar was always bought with that in mind. I think if we've got any weak positions on the pitch, I think it is at wing backs now. I think we have moved on in in star rating, and the wing backs have kind of got a little bit left behind. I did try to sign some players in the transfer window, but there was an awful lot about. So it's taken 37 minutes, and we've got a free kick with Tielemans. Came to nothing. Tielemans with a shot. Lovely finish from Tielemans. So they thought they had that clear then. But think again. Enzo to Tielemans into the back of the net. 1-0. Oh! Very, very nearly from that corner. We've been working on these near post corners. We've got two players now who can... good tackle, well won. Whoa! We've got two players who can put that ball in the back of the net from the near post. Got Todibo and Botman. Botman's on the pitch today. What my signings have been given me the availability to do is to do some careful. Good save, Ramsdale. What my signings have given me the opportunity to do is do some decent rotation now. So, like defensive midfield player or deep line playmaker, I've got two really good options for that now. Whereas Bruno was kind of on his own last season. I've got good options out wide. I've got good options in the striking department. Although Qual is injured at the moment, and Gabby is coming back from an injury, so not great really. 1-0 at half time. Delighted with your performance. Keep it up. So Sturm Graz have not really turned up for this game. But let's not get carried away. First game of the Champions League season, and it's at home. Kind of would expect to beat Sturm Graz if I'm honest, but football is football and you never really know. I have a little bit of an issue as well with this. I knew I would do with the selection of the squad. I've had to leave some players out. The interesting one is Luis Alberto. Now, Luis Alberto has made a statement that he doesn't want to sign another contract with us. It's a bit of a shame. He's only 31. He's a great player, but he won't sign another contract with us. So he's only with us for another, less than a season now. So I've actually left him out of the Champions League squad, and you can. I mean, he wasn't happy about that, but I've had to do that with a few players because of the homegrown club rule. I still only have one, so I'm 3 players short in my Champions League squad, and unfortunately, some players have had to miss out. I am trying to rectify that, for forthcoming years. I brought some, we have got some decent 17-year-olds that will become trained at club already, but I have brought another 2 or 3 in, and hopefully by the time that rule is kind of integrated, trying to get my words out here, but by the time we kind of integrate properly into that rule, we hopefully should have some good players who are homegrown at club, and then we can present a full squad. But it's not going to happen for a few seasons yet, unless I can pick somebody up in the transfer window. But I mean, that's like needle in a haystack time. Anyway, nice 2-0 win, fairly comfortable against Sturm Graz. 23 shots, 8 on target, XG of 1.84. I mean, we actually played really well. 69% possession in that game. I mean, a very good result. And obviously, I mean, it's silly looking at the league, isn't it, really? But we've played one game, we're in 12th position. And, I mean, you know, Barcelona are top, weirdly, because the Barcelona team at the moment isn't that great. So, but on goal difference of 7. What did Barcelona do then? Oh, they beat Crvena Zvezda 7-0. Lewandowski scored a hat-trick. Actually, he scored more than a hat-trick. He scored 5 goals, Lewandowski. How old is Lewandowski these days? 36, and he's scoring 5 goals in a Champions League game. Not bad, eh? Never mind. I'm sure when 𝐂𝐀𝐆𝐔𝐄 gets to the age of 36, he'll probably scoring 10 in a game. So, you know, we can outdo that. Okay, off and running the Champions League. Now we get back to the nitty-gritty of the Premier League. And we're playing Fulham next, so we'll see you for that one. Back to the nitty-gritty of the Premier League today. Can we keep that momentum going? Ramsdale in goal, back four of Target, KM, Todibo and Foyth. Tielemans and Anderson in midfield. We've got McAllister and Hendrick as the inside forwards. And the 2 superstar young kids that we've got, 𝐂𝐀𝐆𝐷 is the advanced forward and _Ugula is playing the 𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐷 today. So we've got a highlight from the kick-off. We have a lot of tired legs in the squad after the midweek exploits against Sturm Graz. Nice tackle there. Todibo back to Ramsdale. It's a nice chance to have a look at the 2 young kids, see if they can work together up front. Nice ball out to Hendrick. What can Hendrick do with this? Inside to Anderson. Ball to nobody. Then it's come back to Hendrick. What a goal from Hendrick! Oh my word! Can that boy hit a ball? So it gets swung in to nobody. The centre back heads it out, and Hendrick does that. Well, I didn't mention him when I was talking about the 2 young superstars, did I? But Hendrick is the other. So we got 3 young superstars on the pitch today. Hendrick was just, you know, boss, you're talking about the 2 young superstars, but I'm here. I'm the 3rd young superstar. Don't forget me. And it seems like you did forget me, so I'm just going to stick the ball in the top corner, and then you won't forget me, will you? No, I won't. Sorry, Hendrick. Sorry. Ball over the top. Foyth looked like he'd not kept up pace with the play there, but he actually put on the afterburners and went back and won the ball, so that was quite nice to see. Tielemans, nice ball forward. McAllister, lovely ball forward into the channel. Target, what's he going to do with that? And, oh, that would have made a brilliant second goal. So we're well on top in this game. 60% possession, 7 shots, 3 on target. I don't think you can ever underestimate any Premier League teams, or whatever position they are in the league. I don't think you can ever underestimate anybody. Premier League teams are there for a reason, aren't they? Right, come on, lads at the back. Get your head on this one. Head. So that's a headed ball forward. But Hendrick has actually picked it up. Nice play. Oh, he's lost it again, unfortunately. Little bit of inexperience showing there. If he'd have played that ball a bit quicker, it could have started an attack. Tielemans out to this side here, header to nobody. Seems to be very good at doing that in this game, that header to nobody. Ooh, off the crossbar. That was a good strike by Holm. Need to be a little bit more precise with that ball forward. Well, Fulham have come right back into the game. Their shots and shots on target have really increased. So a couple of changes at half time. I did notice that Fulham's energy levels got greatly increased towards the end of that first half. So I brought a leader on in midfield and I brought Gabby on up front. Little bit more energy in the team. Oh! Unlucky. I mean, that was a hell of a shot from 𝐿𝐶. Oh no! What was that disaster? What was that? Oh, seriously, please tell me that's not just happened. What was Ramsdale doing? I mean, he's a great keeper, Ramsdale, but he has these occasions where he just does absolutely stupid things. Played Foyth. Nice ball forward now, Todibo. Nice ball forward. Hendrick has lost the ball. Okay, a couple more changes. I brought Elise on for Hendrick out on that right side. Seems to be losing the ball a little bit. And brought the young kid that we got from Everton and brought Garner on just to try and hold that midfield a little bit more. Oh, Ramsdale is having an absolute shocker. Absolute shocker. Oh my word, what was this? Oh, seriously. It's going to be a great shame this if we can't get something out of this game, because everybody else played before us and they've all dropped points today. Oh, what a goal! What a goal from 𝐿𝐶. Left-footed free kick. Went in like a rocket. Have some of that. Target with a throw to 𝐿𝐶. McAllister's in the penalty area. Can Gabby? No, he can. Oh. Game defining moments, those, aren't they? No. Back to him. Back to him. That's the ball. Get it in the box. McAllister. No, didn't get anywhere near him. Fulham up the other end of the pitch. We've won the ball. Don't give it away. Oh, don't give it Ramsdale. For goodness sake, do not give it to Ramsdale. Ramsdale needs a serious talking to after this game. I mean, to be fair, I suppose all players are entitled to a bad game now and again. Unfortunately, when the keeper has a bad game, it generally results in a goal. And it's resulted in 2 goals today. Played Gabby, well won back, but poor ball forward. Over the top for Wilson to run onto, and he's going to put it in the box, and it's just over the bar. Last change of the game, taken Gabby off and brought Isaac on. See if we can get that winner. I mean, we would have won this game today other than Ramsdale's performance has been dreadful. So we've failed to take the opportunity there. Chelsea, City and Leeds all drew their games. If we could have won that, we'd have gone top of the league. Not good enough, really. Not good enough today. And Ramsdale wants a real talking to, because that was shocking. So the league table now, after 5 games, Leeds top. It's on goal difference, obviously. So there's 3 teams joint top: Leeds, Chelsea and Newcastle. City have got 12 points out of 5 games. So they actually, I was saying that they drew. They actually got beat by Aston Villa. So we're still nicely placed at the moment. So I've had a chat with Ramsdale, and he's held his hands up and said, sorry Gaffer, you know, that result was all down to me. 2 absolute howlers. Do I drop him for the next game and bring in Iverson? Not quite sure yet. Everybody's entitled to a bad game, but like I said in game, when the keeper has a bad game, it usually ends up goals conceded. So I don't know whether I can blame him too much, as long as he performs well in the next game and you know, going forward. So we'll have to see about that one. Anyway, usual stuff, play a few games off camera, and we'll be back very shortly to see if we can progress in the Premier League and also progress in that Champions League, that new setup that we've got in the Champions League. So we'll see you very shortly. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that. If it's the kind of thing that you'd like to see more of, please subscribe to my channel, give me a like, and we'll see you next time for more from me, the Gobby Gaffer.